All right, I think we are live. Welcome to another live Q&A with myself, Charlie, and my lovely partner, Tanya. Hi, Tanya.
Hello.
This week is spring break for most of us, so we are all over the East Coast. So I have come down to sunny Florida with my kids, and Tanya is somewhere else.
Yeah, we're in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. You look like that looks way better than us. I'm surrounded by rain and cold weather right now. So I'm a hot jealous, Charlie.
And I'm hanging out in a bathing suit.
Oh, okay. Maybe I can click my heels. I'm gonna click my heels through the phone.
Okay, done.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys didn't join us to hear about our vacations. However, I would love to hear if you're on vacation. I always like to keep tabs on you all. But let's dive into it. So we have some questions we need to answer. This is our time, every Friday we post on a post for you guys to comment and give us any questions that you have regarding wellness, fitness, nutrition, health, anything that mindset. Even if you want something on mindset, I can answer. But yeah, this is your time. So we are going to answer the questions that have been asked. So we will jump into it. The first one, Tanya, I believe this is a you question, is should you do a liver cleanse? What are your thoughts?
That's a great question. So a liver cleanse, I don't feel like that's something I'm fully qualified to tell somebody to do. They are a good thing. I know a lot of functional medicine physicians use a liver cleanse because the liver is basically the trash can of the body. So your liver is what filters out all the junk that we put in. So all the chemicals, all the processed foods that have chemicals in it, it filters everything. So it's a giant trash can. So it's always collecting things, and that's not a good thing. And it collects things like heavy metals and stuff like that. So a liver cleanse is recommended by functional medicine physicians all the time. However, it can be done with things like foods. It can also be done with supplements, and that's where they come in because they're much better with the supplements than I would be. There are some foods that are liver cleansers, and that's basically any of your citrus fruits and lemon. So like one of the liver cleanses they do is water with lemon. Also turmeric, cruciferous vegetables like your broccoli and your bok choy, cauliflower, those type of things. Let's see what else. Turmeric, citrus fruits, bok choy, like cruciferous vegetables. There's one more. That's the big ones. I can't remember. There's like one more thing, but I can't remember what it is. But yeah, garlic. It's garlic. That's right.
Oh, okay.
Garlic is which is also cruciferous, but it's a big cleanser as well. So, and onions too.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that about onions. Interesting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So like drinking like lemon water would be great. For helping to, very nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So you mentioned functional medicine doctors, which would be ideally who you would go through for this sort of thing. So I actually have a functional medicine doctor. I always highly suggest Reboot out in Virginia Beach if you're local. They do a great job. They even have a naturopath there, which is great for that kind of stuff. And they do offer virtual services. So you can always, if you're not local and you want to check them out, I highly recommend them if you're interested in this type of thing. So yeah. Okay, great. Thanks, Tanya. Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right. One question down. Thank you, Evelyn, for asking. Okay. So the next question kind of falls under the same category. They wanted to know if your blood type determines the food that you can eat.
That's an interesting question too. So the research with that is a little bit all over the place. There's some really good research that says, yes, for your blood type, whether you're A, B, O, that type of thing, that there are certain foods you should eat. But then there's some research to get against it that's kind of like, no, doesn't really make a difference. So I personally don't eat for my blood type. I'm an O blood type, and someone with O blood type, you are too. Someone with O blood type is supposed to eat a very protein meat heavy diet. And that's not me. I am plant-based. I do eat protein, a lot of it, but I do not eat the meat-based proteins. And then someone with an A blood type is a very vegetarian type diet. And then AB is somewhere in the middle. It's a little bit of both with your seafoods and stuff too. So yeah, there's a little bit to it, but I cannot eat to my blood type. You're also supposed to exercise to your blood type as well. So this is interesting. Yeah. So someone with type O should do more, they say should do more cardio, like for long periods of time. Interesting.
Yeah.
And someone who's an A blood type, they say should do more yoga, Tai Chi, that type of thing.
You just taught me something new.
Yeah. No,
I didn't know that.
Much about that until I did my nutrition certification too. So I was like, oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's totally interesting.
But, you know, like I said, I can't eat. I don't prefer meat. I do not like it. So me eating a heavy meat diet is not going to happen.
Yeah.
And I personally believe that maybe it's not blood type, but maybe are you nutrient deficient somewhere? So you can do, again, like at a functional medicine physician, you can do a blood draw where they test your vitamin levels and your nutrient levels and that type of thing. And that absolutely, yes, if you're lacking something, then you should be eating the right foods to fuel those nutrient deficiencies.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that because, again, going back to Reboot, a few weeks ago, I had that done. I did a complete lab work of everything, and they sat there for 30 minutes and broke down everything in my body and why I react to certain foods or certain situations, even down to like my glucose and the fact that I am the type where I need to eat throughout the day, so small meals throughout the day versus 3 big meals. So it really breaks it down. So it's pretty, if you can do that, it's pretty interesting to get that done and learn about the vitamins and, you know, where you're deficient, where you need to boost it, or yeah.
Right.
So very cool.
There's some home versions of that too that you can order. I think the company is called Everwell. They do it. Your own blood test at home. There's some other companies if you research them as well. Life Extension is another one where you can run your own for a couple of $100.
I saw that. Yes. Yeah.
But at a physician, they run more,
right?
And it's usually a lot of the times covered by insurance too. So
yeah. Well, and you also get the doctor telling you, sitting there and telling you, breaking it down for you rather than you trying to figure out what this is telling me.
Absolutely. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. Great. Well, that was a great question. I actually was curious to hear that response. So thank you, Tanya.
You're welcome.
And thank you for the person that asked that question. Okay, so we have one more question. My kids are getting antsy. So this is actually my favorite. And I have some stuff I'm going to show you. But the question was, what is a foam roller and how do you use it? So I would love all of y'all to raise your hand if you don't know what a foam roller is, because I was actually shocked that this person did not know what this was. So foam roller is basically a cylinder piece of foam. It's a long, I don't have one with me, so I can't show you. But it's a long piece of foam and you use it as a warm-up, use it as a cool down, you use it as an active recovery when you're sore. And it's just basically a great way to get a home massage, a deep tissue massage for all of your muscles. And so I actually, Tanya, you were going to throw something. Oh, you can, if you don't have one and you don't want to buy one, they're really inexpensive on Amazon. I mean, like a few bucks. They're not crazy expensive, but you can use a pool noodle and wrap a towel around it to make it a little bit wider, and that would suffice as a foam roller, or you can use the couple of dollars that it costs online. Tanya, you were going to add something to this one before I showed some videos?
Yeah, while you're looking for the videos. So some of you know and some of you don't that I'm actually a physical therapist by day. And then we do use foam rolling. Really? We do use foam rolling all the time because it is a great way to self-teach someone to get into the areas that are their ouchies, their areas that are bothering them. So it's something that's not only used in the fitness world, but also in the world of physical therapy for treatment as well. So
very cool. Yeah. I think it's one of the best tools out there. And I'm going to share my screen. Can you guys see?
Yep.
Okay. So this is what it looks like. Literally a piece of foam in a little bit harder than your normal foam. And then, sorry. And then I'm going to go down and show a couple of videos. Sorry, here we go. So this lady goes through a couple of how to, starting with the lower body. So I'll just take you through real quick. Let me find. So here is where she's doing the IT band. You just simply roll it. Tanya, you can speak on this as well as you want, if you would like to.
Yeah, that's a tough to get into, but when you get there, it is great to get that IT band. It is not the most comfortable thing in the world, but that's not a bad thing, meaning that muscle and the band in particular is very tender on most people. And most people need this actually.
Yes, absolutely. And then she gets into the back of the legs. This one's my favorite. So you basically sit on it and roll out your tush, your hamstring. So it's very easy. This takes a little core work to do. Another one that you kind of have to build yourself up to. And then she does one more for the legs, the calf. This one, oh, sorry. This one feels great.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll get into the upper body. So this is the one where you have to be careful because there are parts of the back you cannot foam roll, which is the part just past your ribs. So you don't want to, because those are all organs right there. So you never want to foam roll that lower part of your back. So you can see how she's kind of skipping over it. She's doing the sides right now. Let me get to where she does the actual back. Here we go. So you can see she's stopping right where the ribs end. And then you can do, let's see, here, your full upper, there you go. This is the typical move. But that is foam rolling. I just wanted to show you guys in case you did not know what it was. Anything else on that, Tanya?
No, well, not really. That last one she did is great, that thoracic spine, because we all sit at computers or slumped over our phones all day long. And so getting that thoracic area, that area around like right at the rib cage on your back is great, because that's where we get all hunched over throughout the day. Yes.
It's actually my favorite because it cracks my back too.
Yes.
Great back cracker. Yes. You should be able to eliminate a chiropractor if you do it correctly and you do it every day. For the most part, you should be able to eliminate those normal adjustments from the chiropractor. All right. Well, anything else you want to add? I think we've covered the questions that were asked this week. I thought that was great information you gave. I think the questions were wonderful. I love when you guys ask us questions. Highlight of our day. But I think that's it. I think we're done. So we will post again on Friday. Give us your questions, your thoughts, whatever you would like to share with us that you would like us to jump on here on Tuesday and answer for y'all. Tanya, thank you for taking time out of your day. And I hope you guys have a wonderful evening.
Guys too. Bye from Miami.